Good morning and welcome back to Engelberg, Switzerland. We are ready for the second day of World Cup competition here on this beautiful jump. Yesterday we had quite the show with it coming down to the very last points. Nozomi Maruyama ending out on top. Now this morning we went through the qualification, so the top 40 athletes from qualification we will be seeing in the first round of competition. Excited to kick it off with Emily Tarazza starting bib number 4, and it'll be interesting to see how the athletes deal with the weather.
Strong US team women's ski jumping. How to become a ski jumper in US?
We have hills all over, but also not all over. Most of our hills are located in the Midwest, but we have a couple that are out west. And I'm from Park City, Utah, and I started through an after-school program.
And you have a lot of fun in the US team, right?
Yeah, we do. We're a close team. There's not a lot of us, so we do have a lot of fun.
What are your expectations for the Sunday's competition here in Engelberg?
Oh, I hope it goes well. We had pretty strong jumps yesterday, but we can do better. So I think it'll go well today.
Thank you so much, Josie. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to Engelberg. We are here for the second day of ski jumping action, part of the Viessmann FIS Ski Jumping World Cup. Yesterday's competition was an absolute thriller, and today the women already have completed the qualification round this morning. As you all know, top 40 from qualification will be starting in the first round today. Athletes, I think, are all looking forward to Christmas, a little break from competition, coming back refreshed. That said, it came down to the very last jump yesterday, and let's see what happens today. Update from the qualification: Nika Preutz came out on top, followed by Anna Odina-Ström, Selina Freitag, Yuka Sato, Lisa Ader. So some familiar names, but a little bit further back we saw Mariama decided to go for the coach's request down 3 gates to gate 22, and she ended up in 13th. Air temperature there, minus 1.2, very comfortable, cool, and clear skies, so looks like we'll be in for a great competition today, not having to worry about any coming snowfall. So we are set to start in about 4 minutes, wherever you are. Thank you for joining me. This is Nina Lucy here with you today in Engelberg. Some other exciting moments from, let's take a look at the World Cup standings here. We've seen a lot of movement around places 3 to 7. The top 2 have remained steady, of course, with Nozomi Maruyama and Nika Preutz. And here you see the start order. So some fresh names in there. Kira from Slovakia will be jumping today in the competition. That's great. Ping Zhang, we saw her compete very well yesterday, and she came in a surprising 8th in the qualification. So always one to watch. Frida Viessmann, it's a matter of gate compensation and the going from the lower speed that will make the difference. And there you can see the top 10 in the world. Swiss flags bring me back to Sina Arnett, who has had such a great season so far.
Sandro, the hill is very well prepared today, but the weather forecast, the wind forecast is a bit more wind, and we don't have it at the hill at the moment, but it's more variable, so maybe we will have some waiting in between.
They try to be a little bit faster at the beginning, that we protect the competition, and then we go through.
Okay, good luck.
All right, so there we heard from Miran Tepesh, who's controlling the light, making sure the hill is good to go. We heard that they're going to try to push through the competition quickly. Yesterday, remember, the first few athletes, they had to start from lower speed. There was strong tailwind, so they got a little unlucky there. And it really helps to be higher in the World Cup rankings, of course, because then you have a few more test subjects ahead of you. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm definitely going to keep my eyes on Josephine Panier from France. She'll be second to come today. We haven't seen much of her this season, and she took some time off, but her fan club came here to Engelberg. It's the closest home competition for her, although we're in a different country. So hopefully it pays off. There's some Norwegians on your screen. Annika Sief on the left. And it's a pretty fun atmosphere here. The women and the men are competing, so you get to enjoy time together with the men's team and kind of get into that holiday spirit. For the men, they also have a short break ahead of the Four Hills Tour. So, yeah, times are good. Fingers crossed for not as much tailwind as we saw yesterday, but only time will tell. Another view of the beautiful Engelberg jump here in Switzerland. We're right in the heart of the mountains, and the athletes had the time to enjoy a little bit of the town, get a cup of coffee, use the sauna, enjoy the Christmas mood. So looking up the hill, we're getting a gate number of 26. So they were at 25 in the qualification. 26 seems to be a good place to start. We saw Nozomi Maruyama, last to come, deciding to go for the lower gate, and she ended with some serious plus points for wind compensation. So this is going to be a challenging day for Miran Tepesh. We heard from him earlier, but all set to get us underway here. All right, kicking it off now from Germany, Emily Tarazza. And a fantastic way to start the day for Emily. That is going to be so reassuring for her. She's, of course, still looking for her first World Cup points this season. Her teammates really performing strong yesterday, just off the podium. But Emily Tarazza, I think that will be enough to get her through to the World Cup points, and a very great start to the competition here in Engelberg. There you heard it, 120.5, and of course into the lead. Next to come, talked about this earlier, let's see what she can show us here today. Josephine Panier from France. And Josephine also getting down towards that K point. Looks like this is going to be a thrilling competition. I thought Emily really set the bar high, but Josephine stepping up to the plate. Distance of 118.5 meters for the French athlete. Still looking to qualify for the final round. Next up, Alvina Holtz from Germany. Strong jump for Alvina, but the bar set by Josephine and Emily super high. Some of these athletes, we don't get to see them all the time. They're obviously going to the competitions, to the World Cups, but qualifying for the top 40, we're seeing a bit of change. So great to see Alvina out here, 21 years old, on the younger side of the German team, doing her best. 109 meters and into third place, currently leading Josephine Panier. New nation at the start here today, Slovakia, Kira Maria Kopustikova, and a great jump for the Slovakian. That just goes to show, qualifying for the top 40, there are a lot of women that we don't get to see, but they're jumping so well. 116 meters for Kira. Really impressive. She has developed so much. She's only 16 years old. Big smile from her, and into third place, 88.8 points. So we'll have to wait and see if we get another chance to see her in the second round. Next up from China, Xiyu Zhu. And they seem really strong here in Engelberg. Let's see how Xiyu masters it. Oh, a great looking jump, but struggling a little on the landing. Distance of 118.5, so great distance, but she'll definitely see some deductions there from the judges. Really symmetrical there in the air, making the most of the surface area. But again, the lowest judges' points we've seen today, which that hurts. Shy athlete there, going into third place, Xiyu Zhu. All right, next up, this is Daniela Vasilika Toth. Good looking jump for Donna. Of course, we know her as Harlambi. She has been itching, close to that top 30, but hasn't been so successful yet this season. But important to note is the changing wind. So you saw the green line move up the hill. Donna with a distance of 114 meters, but plus 17.5 points for wind compensation. So that means she had tailwind, and that made it harder for her. So she gets a little extra points, puts her into second behind Panye. Next up from Slovenia, Tinkara Komar. Tinkara very effective in the air, but not enough height. Let's see how the wind was looking for her. Of course, the compensation points aren't always a total fair representation of what was going on out there on the hill, but looks like she had plus 1.4, so compared to the athlete before her, completely different.
113.5 meters, 113,5.
So there you can see a similar distance, but puts her into 6th place. So again, luck definitely plays a role, and especially when you see so many distances, so many jumps so close together, it all comes down to the judges' points and the wind compensation. Now, interestingly enough, it looks like the arrows are pointing up the hill now. So while Donna Harlambi got plus 17.5 points just 2 jumpers ago, now this looks like some major minus points as a deduction for the headwind. So while we wait, we can go through the top 3 for now. Josephine Panier, Daniela Vasilika Toth in second, and Emily Tarazza from Germany in third. Emily, remember, starting us off with that beautiful 120.5 meter jump, the longest jump we've seen in this first round. All right, so now back onto the bar with the green light. Let's see what she can show us. Here comes China's Bing Dong. Ooh, and not enough for Bing Dong, unfortunately coming down at what looked like 105 meters. Yeah, there it is. So for Bing Dong, that's unfortunately going to be the end of the day, but I'm interested to see what was going on with the wind, because that did not look like headwind to me. The Chinese team really strong in the air. They spend a lot of time doing research in the wind tunnels built for the Olympics. Bing Dong into 8th place. Unfortunately, I would say that's the end of the day for her. Josephine Panier, one step closer. So there you're seeing where that wind compensation came from. Very strong, steady tailwind. Now, we heard from her in the pre-event interview. This is Josie Johnson. She said that the U.S. team is one of the closest on tour. They're small and they have to stick together. So for them, it's also exciting to be here with the men's team. Some new people to talk to. And we'll see what they do. I think each athlete is kind of going their own way for the holiday season. It's like 2 days for them, basically. So there isn't a whole lot of time, but I think they are going to each spend some time to recover and get ready for the rest of the season. Josie Johnson, very strong in today's qualification. She came in 14th place. She's having a great season so far. The last stop of the World Cup in Germany. In Klingenthal, she had a personal best of 20th place. So I felt like the U.S. team found some reserves there in Germany and now have been firing on all cylinders here. In Engelberg, we saw some great performances from Josie, Annika, and Paige.
Einigen Messstationen angeteilt
Now it's a matter of being patient, focusing on what she needs to do, and I guess hoping for some better wind.
Entschuldigung, möglichst vergleichbare Bedingungen zu gewährleisten, und das bedeutet aber, dass man jeweils, wenn leichte Böen hier im Gang sind, man halt einfach nicht schultern muss, bis der sogenannte Windkorridor, das ist diese Parameter, nicht mehr und nicht weniger.
So I'm getting a notice over here on the screen, and we heard that beeping sound, which means we're going to see a change in gate. Let's see if that is happening for real. And there it is. Okay, so we're going up one gate to 27. So again, like I said, luck plays a big role. Josie Johnson, I think, will be grateful for a little extra speed, even with the tailwind. Really aggressive jumper, so she really just needs to carry the speed over the knoll. And having that one extra gate of help could be critical. All right, here she is on the bar now. From Park City, the light is green. Here comes Josie Johnson. Confident as ever, soaring down the hill. You can see the green line moved up the hill a bit, so definitely some strong tailwind. Jump of 110.5 meters for Johnson. But let me tell you, plus 30.1 points for wind compensation. She'll get a little deduction there for the extra gate of speed, but that will definitely keep her in the running for now. So puts Josie into second behind 2.2 points back from Josephine Panier. Next up from Slovenia, Maja Kovacic. Yeah, you could see still not getting all the way down the hill. We saw some great jumps earlier in the round, some great distances, but now seems that the wind has picked up a little bit. 112.5 meters for Maja, but a nice 25.5 plus points for wind. Then you minus 5 for the gate, and that's when you get the plus 20.4. Maja into third place, Josephine Panier, followed by Josie Johnson, 1-2 for now. Next up from Finland, here comes Julia Kikkonen. Julia, a very experienced jumper. She has a lot of starts on these hills. However, it should be noted that semi-recently they moved to more large hills on the World Cup, so even someone like Juliana Seifert or Julia Kikkonen, who have been on tour for so long, some of these hills are relatively new to the circuit. Julia Kikkonen coming in now in 5th place, 114 meters. That gives us our first qualified athlete. Next to come on the hill now, Annika Belshaw. She hit the takeoff, and a great jump for Belshaw. That's important for her. She's shown us some of her better jumps, but I don't think we've seen the best from Belshaw yet this season. That was a much better jump there. Getting the reaction from the takeoff and getting this rotation naturally from her work earlier. Carrying the speed and a beautiful 122-meter jump for Belshaw. Coaches are happy with that one. All right, interesting. So Belshaw into 6th place, but she only got plus 2.3 points for wind, which means that she had more favorable, maybe a little headwind even. So that keeps her a little bit out of the running for now. Her teammate Josie Johnson just qualified. That being said, that was the longest jump we've seen today, so great job for Annika Belshaw. Next athlete, she's having a great season, consistently having some top finishes for her. Let's see what she can do here today in Engelberg. Nicole Maurer from Canada. Oh, that's more like it. I remember Nicole jumping so well here last year. Jump of 124.5. Interested to see what was going on here in this replay. Skis look like they came. They're trying to move her arms a little bit, and unfortunately comning out a little early. Oh, sacrificing some distance, but still, longest jump we've seen today, 124.5. Frustrated there. Most of the work was done, unfortunately not complete though. Next to come from the strongest team right now, leading the Nations Cup, Team Japan.
Longest jump?
Yeah, I believe so. She landed like world record.
All right, the light is green. Here she comes. This is Japan's Yuzuki Sato. Good looking jump for Yuzuki, but not coming close to that distance we just saw from Nicole Maurer. A jump of 119.5 meters, plus 6.9 points for wind compensation.
119,5 Meter für Yuzuki Sato.
Yuzuki made a big impression on the team last year at the Home World Cups in Japan, and now a constant part of the World Cup team. Puts her into 8th place for now. So great to see. This is the third American we're now seeing in today's first round competition. So here comes Park City's Paige Jones. Paige very aggressive there in the air, but it looked to be good. Maybe some challenging wind conditions. Yeah, seeing plus 14.1 points and a jump of 111. Her teammate Josie Johnson currently in second. Really nice getting that rotation, flying and flying as long as possible. Remember, Jones lost a few points from style. Today it looks like the points were a little bit better, but unfortunately down into 12th place, making Yulia Kikkonen a part of the competition. The final round. Here comes Czechia's Agnieszka Indrachkova. Also getting close to that green line, Agnieszka with a great day yesterday, 19 years old, and a jump of 118 meters. Solid points from the judges. Plus 14.3 points for wind compensation, so a bit of tailwind. And to me, that should be qualified. And there it is, into 3rd place. Josephine Pagné from France, still in the lead. Next up from Norway, Gita Vestwold Hansen. Gita slow to the ground. Ooh, that could be the money for Annika Belshaw. The Norwegians and the U.S. team training so closely together. They're always cheering for each other. We saw them out there. But unfortunately, with tailwind, you can't afford any of those mistakes. Gita Vestwold Hansen falling back into the rankings. So 15th place for Gita. That means Annika Belshaw will be in the second round. All right, this is always one to watch, in my opinion. 8th place in today's qualification. Let's see what she can do. Ping Zhang from China. Great looking jump for Ping, and I can see she really improved there with her skis, sometimes a little reckless right off of the end of the takeoff. There you can see more controlled. They're catching the wind. Again, it's going to come down to wind compensation. I don't want to make any statements too early. But there it is, first place for Ping Zhang, 3.2 points ahead of France's Josephine Panier. Next up from Norway, Ingvild Sineva Midtskogen. Nice jump for Ingvild. Struggled a bit yesterday, but hoping to have some better jumps in today's competition. 114.5. This is an athlete I would love to see ski fly. Only 18 years old, and it is her birthday today, so hopefully it'll give her a little extra. Into 11th place for now, bringing Emily Torazza into the points. First points of the year for Emily. The fans will be waking up now because it is time for the Swiss athlete, hometown hero Sina Arnett. And a decent jump for Sina. I think we saw some of her very best there in qualification yesterday. That was a decent jump for Arnett. Challenging wind conditions, plus 18.6 points. Ooh. Into 13th place for Arnett. So she's currently 3 out from qualifying. So we'll have to wait and see. Now this could be interesting. Unknown flyer, very aggressive in there. Celia Upset from Norway. And it's working. That is a much better performance than we've seen some of the start of the season. It looks like she's finding her shape. Last week in Germany, we saw some glimmers, and there, even with really challenging tailwind, Upset's making the most of it. 121 meters. Flying over the green line. She'll be happy with that. First place for now. 3.9 ahead of Ping Zhang. Top 3 now. Upset Zhang. Panier. Sole Italian jumper today. Here comes Annika C. Ooh, and that's another great jump for Annika. 118 meters. Looked like her feet came under her a little off the takeoff. Let's watch this. Oh. Anyway, looks great in the air. We'll give her that. And let's see where that puts Sif. .118 and into 7th place. Upset still in the lead. Next up from Poland, lone Polish competitor in the field today, Anna Twardosz. Making it down the hill, and you can see even with the strong tailwind, the higher we go in the rankings, the more World Cup points they have, the better they are performing right now. So it seems to be working. Twardosz with a jump of 118 meters. Coaches Stefan Hula up there seems satisfied. Twardosz into 3rd place, 6.5 points back from Upset. We've seen some great work from this athlete now. I'm excited. Another day here in Engelberg for Ringo Miyajima. Beautiful. Really nice, flat kind of flying in the second half. She's not pleased with that, but I think she's in really good shape, and we're going to see a lot more from her this year. She keeps her skis super low and flat, and here is where she can really skim and make the most of it.
Aktuell
121 and into second place, 3.9 points, tied with Peng Zhang in second. I spoke about experienced athletes. I would say this is the most experienced athlete in the field, Juliana Seifert. Oh, and there we go. A great jump for Juliana. Right around that K point, 122 meters. That was a great performance by Seifert. Coming out maybe even a little early, so having troubles on the landing. But that's the lead for her, and she is happy with that. First place for now for Juliana Seifert.
1,6 Punkte Vorsprung auf die bisher führende Viessmann.
All right, so as we know, yeah, there we go. Down to gate 23, another coach's request for Frida Viessmann, 95% of hill size in order to get those bonus points, because it was a voluntary choice to go with lower speed. Now, yesterday it didn't quite work out for her, but she's been showing us some great jumps lately. All right, on the hill now from Sweden, Frida Viessmann. She's not really loving this hill. You can see a little unsteady there in the beginning part of the flight. 110 meters, so very far away from getting those additional points. You're just not quite bringing your skis with her. Trying to make the most of it, but no landing points there either. That's the end of the day for Viessmann. Good news for Nicole Maurer, who has just qualified herself for the final round. So moving back up to 27. Next up from Austria. Here comes Julia Mulbacher. Has the height, carrying it down the hill, close to that green line. She's not happy with it, but I think that'll keep her in the mix for now. Jump of 115 meters for Mulbacher. So there we go, into fifth place, plus 18.9 points. So plus 24 win points. That is some of the highest we've seen today. Next up, this is one to watch for sure. Fourth place in today's qualification. From Japan, leading the Nations Cup, here comes Yuka Seto. Great jump for Seto. There we go, over that K point. I would say longest jump we've seen today, with 126 meters. Interesting to know, the second longest we saw was 124.5 by Canada's Nicole Maurer. Great jump for Seto. Plus 11.4 points for wind compensation, so relatively good conditions, and Seto into the lead. Japanese fans do not have to wait long for their next athlete. Yuka Seto in the lead, Yuki Ito on the bar. Yuki, another experienced athlete, many years on the World Cup, and always the first one to congratulate her teammates, sharing the excitement of great performances. That said, she is a strong competitor, and we would like to see her back up there on the podium too. Japanese fans coming out for the second day in a row here in Engelberg. Of course, the chance to watch the women and the men perform. The light is red, so Yuki Ito off the bar. Yuka Sato currently in first, Yuliana Seifert second, Celia Upset in third. Ping Zhang currently sitting in fourth, tied with Ringo Miyashima. So Japan 1 and 4 for now. We're hearing a beeping sound, which means we're going to have a gate change. If I could say, I would assume we're going down one gate. Maybe the tailwind has decreased a little bit, and as we move through the competition, these are the strongest athletes right now.
Fans here in the stadium getting broadcasted by the TV producers.
There you see it on your screen now. Start gate 26. So this is where we started, which means the wind gate compensation you're going to see at the end is the true compensation. Next up from Japan, here comes Yuki Ito. Strong jump for Ito with a lot of height and flying down to that K point. The weight was most definitely worth it for the Japanese. Distance of 125 meters. Second longest jump we've seen today. That said, definitely had some good luck on the wind out there, but you still have to make the most of it. So they're plus 3.8 points, so minimal tailwind, and that paid off for Ito. Next to come, this is Katharina Schmidt from Germany. Also a lot of height, carrying it down the hill. There we go. Kata Schmidt has had to let her teammates enjoy the spotlight, but she is ready to be back up there. And what a jump for Schmidt. 127 meters, long jump of the day. Now Katharina Schmidt always with that great telemark, so she gets by far the best judges' points too, with a total of 52.5. That helps, and that gives her a nice lead over Sato, 4.1 points ahead of second place. 10 athletes to go. Here are the current standings, remembering that the top 20 now, we will be seeing them again in the second round. Josie Johnson up there looking for another great jump. Important to note, Johnson actually had, I think, the worst wind we've seen today. So with another good jump, I think that will work out for her. But there is your leader for now, Katharina Schmidt, 127 meters. Strong telemark and the one to beat with 10 to go. Now what's interesting about here in Engelberg is they offer free train tickets to anybody with a World Cup ticket, so really encouraging people from all across the country to come watch the ski jumping. So far it's definitely been worth it. Next to come, Selina Freitag. Selina on the hunt for a podium, over the green line with a nice telemark. 123.5 meters. But again, just that little weight and plus 19.9 points of wind compensation. There's a lot of variables at play here today, so distance alone is not enough.
Hier in diesen 2-3 Engelberger Tagen ist Selina Freitag ein bisschen kürzer unterwegs als ihre Teamkolleginnen.
But there it is. That's first place for now, 3 points ahead of Schmidt in second. German fans currently 1, 2, 4 in the standings. Next to come, Agnes Reich. Agnes with a lot of height. Another great jump for the German. She wanted that podium yesterday, and she's going to be fighting for it again today. 125 meters.
125 Meter, genau die K-Linie. 125 Meter für Agnes Reich. In Führung aktuell Selina Freitag vor Katharina Schmidt und Agnes Reich.
Agnes coming in third place for now, 4.2 points behind Freitag. So Germany 1, 2, 3, 5. Not bad. Next challenger from Slovenia. Here comes Nika Vodan. Ooh, that's tricky. You could see Vodan not with a lot of height. She definitely tried to make the most of it, but that wasn't quite the level we've seen from the top jumpers today. Scores coming in, and Vodan satisfied with an 8th place for now. Right behind Celia Upset. Another one hunting for the first podium this season. Here comes Sarah Takanashi from Japan. There we go, distance for sure, and trying to get the most out of the telemark. Judging by her facial expression, it's a fun jump, and she knows she lost a few points there from the judges. But again, Takanashi's been so fun to watch this year. There to support her teammates, but also ready for the time to be hers. Takanashi with the long jump of the day, 129, and into second place. The disappointment, of course, coming just from those judges' points. She knows that's the difference between being on or off the podium. Next up from Norway, Heidi Dira Trosserud. Heidi struggled a bit yesterday, and today we're also seeing some interesting flight patterns from Trosserud, but it did not hold her back. Could it be binding issues? Okay, looking at her bindings. Seems to be good from my perspective here. Oh, and there you saw it pop right out on landing. She will definitely want to make sure that that is all set for the final round, but Heidi in contention today in 7th place. Next up from Austria, Lisa Eder. Wow, great jump for Eder. That is impressive. Longest jump we've seen today, 130 meters. Eder in 5th in today's qualification, but definitely a contender for the podium. She's flying a bit to the right, her right. But still good style and enough for the lead. 2.3 points ahead of Freitag. Next to come from Canada, here comes Abigail Strait. Come on. Abby making the most of it, but not quite the height we're used to after the takeoff. Abby, one of the really strong takeoff jumpers, so she can always get that extra height self-produced. But there didn't see quite the same reaction. But hey, if we've learned one thing this season, Abby is always strong in the second round. So into 7th place for Abby Strait. We'll see her again in the final round and hope to see one more great jump before Christmas.
7th intermediate rank. Gibt der Zwischenrang für die Kanadierin Anna Odineström. Die drei Besten folgen jetzt.
Top 3 for now, Ader, Freitag, and Schmidt.
Nika Preutz und dann
And 3 to go at the top. Looks like we're pausing a little bit, waiting for the wind. Abby Strait with minimal wind compensation, so hopefully we're having similar conditions now. Looks like we decided to come down one gate. Nope, light is red. Okay, so plus 10.3. We're going to come down one more gate. So Anna Odineström just kind of taking her time. Looks like conditions have improved, so that's why they're reacting now. One gate they didn't think was enough. So Anna Odineström will come down to 24. And I mean, we'll see how it goes. The wind has changed basically jump to jump, so we're going to hope that it's maybe a nice little headwind would be cool, but just fair conditions and hope for some far jumps. So back out onto the bar now. Next challenger. So you can see automatic plus 10.3 points coming out. Now here comes Anna Odineström. A lot of hype for Ström and a great jump. I mean, the mental strength here from this athlete, I'm so impressed. This was where she got hurt 2 years ago. And you can see no hesitation there. 132.5 meters. Anna Odineström absolutely on fire. 132.5. And of course that bumps her into the top spot, 6.7 points ahead of Ader. Great looking style points for the Norwegian. 2 athletes remain. Next up on the bar now, this is the hill record holder, Nika Preutz. Nika flying low. Ooh, and you can see the anger there. 128.5, but sacrificing some major style points, and for that, she is not happy.
128.5 meters. Nika Preutz.
She was the winner in the qualification. Yeah, there. Ooh.
Nika not amused.
Could not amuse. Anyway, it's enough for second, so still definitely in podium contention. All good there. Current leader Anna Odineström, followed by Nika Preutz. One athlete to come. All right, here we go with the gold bib. Leader of the World Cup, Nozomi Maruyama. Ooh, flying so low. And that's what I was talking about. Jump to jump, the wind absolutely just changes. Plus 17.9 points for wind compensation, plus the extra for the lower speed. A recipe for, I'm not going to call it disaster, but that's going to be so tough for the Japanese athlete. Bad luck for her. Yikes. Maruyama into 14th place. Here you can see all those plus points. Anybody who ski jumps, they'd much rather have favorable conditions and get those plus points. Anyway, there we have the first round. Definitely a lot of room for movement. You can see the scores very close there, especially. And then here we go.
ist auf dem
Ping Zhang up there in 16th. Josephine Panier finally back in the points. Josie Johnson hunting for another career best. Annika Belshaw ready to contend. And there, Nicole Maurer, our last qualified athlete for the second round. So shortly we're going to get the start time for the second round, and I would definitely recommend sticking around. Today is a bit of a lottery, so I think we could see some more shuffling. Anna Odinestrom, of course, showing us that very strong jump that kept her in the top spot. So I'm getting 12:32 for the second round local time. That's 17 minutes, but just to be sure, I would see you back here in 15 minutes, wherever you are. Back in Engelberg, ready for the second round of competition at the FIS Viessmann Ski Jumping World Cup. See you back here shortly. It's been Nina Lucy. Great to spend the day with you.
Sandro. We still have some wind on the hill. It's not gusty, but it's coming in the wave, so it's pretty predictable.
Okay, good. Try to keep the red face short or a little bit shorter and then play with the yellow.
Yes, we might still have some waiting in between, but it looks okay.
Hello and welcome back to the Viessmann FIS Ski Jumping World Cup here in Engelberg, Switzerland. On your screen now you're seeing the starting order for the final round. It was a thrilling first round with a lot of changing wind conditions, and I think we're in to see the same now in the second round, meaning a little luck will have to be on your side. As a reminder, what we saw in the first round, Anna Udina-Ström from Norway is leading, followed by Nika Preutz, Lisa Ader, Selina Freitag, Katharina Schmidt, and Sarah Takanashi rounding out the top 6. Current World Cup leader will be starting a little earlier than expected, Nozomi Maruyama. Mid-pack, and for the North American fans, we have Nicole Maurer starting first, Annika Belshaw, Josie Johnson, and Abby Strait. We just heard from Miran Tepish, who's the one controlling the light. He said that conditions are changing a little bit challenging, but he's going to make sure that we have a fair competition. We saw some gate adjustments in the first round, and that definitely helped keep things controlled. School kids have decided to spend their Sunday here with us in Engelberg, which is very exciting. Looking around, we're not seeing quite as much snow as we were used to in past years, but we'll just have to cross our fingers and wait for snow. Glad that it's not coming down now, though. Those look like some fans of Killian Pyre. Of course, Killian jumping in the men's competition later today. So nice to see that they came out for the women as well. Unfortunately, we will not be seeing Sina Arnett from Switzerland, just out of qualifying. That said, the athletes are taking the time to say hello to the fans. There you have Anna Svardosh, Pola Beltowska saying hello. All right, everybody, come back to your seats and get ready. We are about 20 seconds away from the start of the second and final round of ski jumping here in Engelberg. Moving out onto the bar now, we're seeing gate number 25. So that'll be where we're starting from. We'll have to wait and see how the conditions look, but that's the green light. And here comes Canada's Nicole Maurer. Nicole had a huge jump in the first round, and unfortunately not the distance on that one. Plus 13.6 points for wind compensation and a distance of 106 meters. Good news for Nicole. Time to pack up, recover, and enjoy that World Cup point that she earned here today. Next up, this is our birthday girl. Here she comes from Norway, Ingvild Synnøve Midtskogen. Oh man, aggressive as ever, but really struggling to make it down the hill. That was a jump of 98 meters, plus 12.7 for wind comp, so I would say that puts her down into second place for now. You have to remember, it's been a very busy start to the season, and energy is low. She's done. Done. We're done. I think that's a general mood around here. But let's see what the next athlete can do from Japan. Here she comes, Yuzuki Sato from Japan. Trying to stretch down there past the to beat line, matching the distance or half a meter further than we saw from Nicole, 106.5 meters. Plus 9.4 points for wind compensation, so a little bit less tailwind than we saw from Nicole, so maybe she'll continue to climb. Yuzuki Sato into second place, Nicole Maurer from Canada still in the lead. Big day for this athlete, bib number 4, still looking for her first World Cup points this season. Let's see how she does now. Great first round for Emily Tarazza. Flying it out as far as she could, coming down a little early at 104 meters. That said, she had a bit of a lead from that first round. Good judges' points. She really had a spectacular first round. So let's see where that puts her now. And Tarazza stays in first. She'll be happy with that. Only 0.2 ahead of Nicole Maurer. 2 Americans now in the final round. First to come from the US, here comes Annika Belshaw. Good looking takeoff, nice, way over the green line. That is an important jump for Belshaw. 109.5, so that's the longest jump we've seen today in the second round. Solid points from the judges. And plus 17.1 for wind comp, so Annika Belshaw showing us a very strong performance there. Coaches are happy, and Annika, will we see a smile? Kind of. Into first place for now for Belshaw. All right, next to come with the green light now. Here is Julia Kikkonen from Finland. Julia stretching out, trying to get that to beat line. You can see a sense of frustration there for the Finnish athlete. Plus 13.8 points for wind compensation in a distance of 108.5. So 1 meter short of Belshaw. Let's see if that keeps the Steamboat Springs native in the top spot. And sure enough, Julia Kikkonen into second. Annika Belshaw stays in the lead. Next up from Romania, Daniela Vasilica Toth. And a good jump for Donna. She's also been looking to gather some more World Cup points. 2 solid jumps for her here in Engelberg. 112.5 meters. Interesting enough, minus 3.5 for wind comp, so that means she had a little bit of headwind out there, which could make the difference now. All right, so Donna with a smile and into third place. Belshaw continues to climb.
aktuell dritte. Vor dem bleibt Annika Böschel.
Da
Jetzt
minus
am Start
5 impara, ne, uite pe toate.
So that's
Asta e, ne ajută la prima.
we're seeing the wind, the arrows moving up the hill, so headwind conditions. That would be good news for the next athlete from Italy. But of course, Miran Tepish in the booth trying to make it fair. He will wait until the wind is within the corridor.
Sie muss sich noch gedulden, auch sie ist hier im Geduldsspiel mit dem Wind.
So the red light, which means she needs to move back off the bar.
Warten muss wieder zurück
Annika
vom
Sief from
Startbahn.
Italy. Hopefully this is a constant change. We're going to see a little bit of headwind.
Die Winddaten wieder
It's
dort
unfortunate
sind.
for some of the earlier
Und wie sie
athletes,
haben möchte,
but
damit alle
we'll see how this goes.
einigermaßen vergleichbare Bedingungen vorfinden. Jetzt diesmal
All right, here we go. Next up from Italy, here comes Annika Sief. Making the most of it, and a great looking jump for her. Longest jump we've seen today, 113.5 meters, plus 8.5 points for wind compensation, so somewhere between right in the middle of the high and the low we've seen. A little late on the timing there, but here really getting the extension, flying, and a solid telemark should be enough to take the top spot. And there it is, first place now for Sief ahead of Belshaw.
Leader Engelberg, Annika Sief.
All right, next challenger from Slovenia, Maja Kovacic. Ooh, trying to make the most of it, and Maja really impressive this year, consistently gathering really solid results. Jump of 111 meters on that one,
11 meters.
plus 12.7 points for wind compensation. Really smooth there, moving to the flight, keeping your skis flat, and the telemark. Maja into second place, 0.7 back from the lead.
Annika Sief bleibt in Führung.
Next up with the lone competitor from Czechia, here comes Aneška Indračková. Aneška with the height. Heck yeah, great jump for Indračková. You can see the reaction. She is thrilled. 129 meters. I think she herself can't believe it.
16 Meter weiter als die bisherige Westleiste.
0.6 points for wind compensation. So you can't say that it was only the good conditions there. The reaction from the coach. We love to see that. What a way to end the pre-holiday season. Obviously, Aneška with a massive lead over second. Now let's see what the next athlete can do. With some headwind, we could see something special. Here comes Josie Johnson. Solid jump for Josie, and remember, 23.8 points was the lead over second. So Josie just needed to get close to that green line to stay in contention. 115 meters.
Einen rausgejagt und da ein rundes Dutzend Ränge gut gemacht bei Anecka Indračková.
Really solid jump for Johnson. Of course, she was looking at that green line, wanting to make a few places good, but second place for Johnson, 18.9 points back from the lead. Anyway, that is a great success. Will be one of her best finishes of her career.
In the ranking for Anecka Indračková.
Now there is the standings after the first 11 jumpers.
fasse aussi un excellent bond dans ce deuxième
Unfortunately, that
passage
means
pour
there were
aller
31
chercher,
in the
le lead.
final
Peut-être
round,
tout le monde, Anetska,
one person walking
Indratskova.
away without World
Et
Cup
ça
points.
serait,
But let's
ça serait un
enjoy
vrai
this
exploit
flight
parce
once again
qu'Anetska,
from
elle a fait
Agnieszka Indratskova from Czechia. Best jump we've seen from her this year.
129 mètres.
And what a time to shine.
À présent se prépare Joséphine Panier pour prendre l'élan après ce sauteur d'essai. Nach diesem Vorspringer dann Joséphine Panier. Im Moment in Führung, weit voraus. Anetska Indratskova. 14 Meter weiter als die nächstbeste.
There you see Josie Johnson currently in second place.
Entsprechend hat sie fast 20 Punkte Vorsprung.
To come, and now here we go, kicking it off with the French athlete. Here comes Joséphine Panier. Nice jump for Joséphine. Remember, Agnieszka has a huge lead over second, so anything close to that green line keeps Panier in contention. 113.5.
Deuxième rang intermédiaire.
And Panier moves into second place. That'll be the best result of her winter so far. Andrzejkova, of course, still in the lead. Here comes Anna Twardosz from Poland. Ooh, and that's tough. Twardosz with the 118-meter first round jump, and that was a bit shorter. 110 meters plus 16.9 points for wind compensation. And Anna into third place. Also a good way to end the competition here. Agnieszka still with the mark to beat. Looks like the next athlete needs a distance of 120.5 to challenge for the lead. Here comes Julia Mühlbacher from Austria. A lot of height, but not able to carry it to the bottom of the hill. 113.5 meters. I will say it is a good place to be for Indratskova, sitting at the bottom of the hill, just watching as she continues to climb in the rankings.
Für Julia Mühlbacher. Es wird gerechnet, sie hat Noten von 16, 16,5. Julia Mühlbacher.
And there, Julia Mühlbacher into second place, 12.2 points back from the lead. Now, Indratskova, of course, the surprise of the second round, but let's see what this athlete can do. From China, here comes Ping Zheng. Oh, and challenging for that top spot. A great performance for Ping Zheng. 125.5 meters. Decent style points. Here you see she cuts through the air, and then here in the second half, really making the most of the flight. And a pretty good landing there for her. And she's happy with that second place, 4.1 points behind Indratskova. Next up from Japan, here comes Ringo Miyajima. Smooth flight for Ringo, but not enough to challenge for the lead. Jump of 119 meters. Remember, Indratskova showed us 129. This is 10 meters shorter. Not much to say in terms of wind compensation. So let's see where that puts her. Miyajima down into 4th place. Currently top 3, Indrachkova, Ping Shang, Julia Mulbacher. Next up from Slovenia, here comes Nika Vodan. Ooh, and that is a challenge. Nika Vodan, formerly Krishner, of course, always one to reckon with. It was a jump of 124 meters. Getting close to that mark by Indrachkova, of course. We'll have to wait and see for all of the calculations to be completed. Very effective flights there. Maybe losing a bit on the style. Vodan into 3rd place. There we could just see the surprise and shock for Indrachkova already up here, now contending for the lead with the leader of the World Cup overall. Here comes Nozomi Maruyama. Best jumper in the world and flying way over the green line. Maruyama, of course, not about to get unlucky twice today. There we go. 131.5 meters, longest jump in the 2nd round. That's more like it. Great jump for Maruyama. And of course, there you go. There's your new leader, 17.2 points ahead of Inezhka Indrachkova. All right, let's see what the next athlete can do. Here comes Norway's Celia Upset. Aggressive as ever with her skis, pulling them out into her body. 122 meters for Upset. Again, there's quite a bit of a gap between 1st and 2nd, so anything close to that green line could be enough to keep her in contention. And teammates out there to celebrate. There is the 2nd place for Upset, a big day for her. Oh, ski tip too flat. Okay, that is surprising. So we're going to move on to the next athlete, Yuki Ito from Japan. Solid jump for Ito. She will be somewhere close to that. Remember, Upset went 122. So that could be enough to contend for 2nd place, but we'll have to wait and see. Going back to the ski tip too flat disqualification, there are certain parameters that show how much the tip needs to flex up. And for Harlambi, sometimes I know that she's struggled with weight, and sometimes in the last case scenario fix is to just trim a little bit off of the tip, which is totally legal, but then of course then you're missing some of that extra surface area and that extra flex. So that could be it, but we'll have to wait and see. Next up from Norway, Heidi Dira Trosserud. Hopefully she fixed her bindings after that. Oh, wow. Huge jump. I don't know what she did there. Maybe put a few extra screws in, and a fantastic 2nd round for Heidi Trosserud. 131.5 meters, matching the distance of the current leader, Nozomi Maruyama. Of course, a big part of the sport is trusting your equipment. You can see Trosserud not hesitating for 1 second. And Trosserud into 2nd place, 8.4 points back from your current leader, Nozomi Maruyama. 10 to go. Here are the current standings for the World Cup overall. Of course, it's important that Nozomi continues to make as many places good but they're great job for Josie Johnson, Annika Belshaw, 2 strong results today. And again, take a look at your current leader, Nozomi Maruyama. So far, some great performances. Nozomi Maruyama, of course, but an unexpected 8th place climb for Agnieszka Indrachkova, currently sitting in 4th place. Peng Zhang from China, currently in 6th. And also Josephine Panier in 10th right now, so that'll be the best result of her season so far. All right, now it's time for the top 10. Juliana Seifert, Abigail Strait, Yuka Sato, Agnes Reich, Sarah Takanashi, Katharina Schmidt, Selina Freitag, Lisa Ader, Nika Preutz, and Anna Odina Strom. Now, we've seen a lot of these names on the, or not a lot, usually the recurring names on the podium. So whether someone new is going to take that spot from Nozomi Maruyama, who's been consistently on the podium, we will have to wait and see. But kicking off the top 10 now, here comes Juliana Seifert from Germany. Solid jump for Juliana, but not quite enough for the green line. You know that there's a bit of a gap, 8.4 points between first and second, but I'm still not sure that'll be enough. Plus 16.9 points for wind compensation, so challenging tailwind. To me, it looked like a really nice jump from Juliana. Great performance for her here today, but you know, luck, as I said, plays a big role. She had strong tailwind in the first round and again strong tailwind in the second round. So Seifert into 4th place. Good day for her. All right, this next athlete is one who always likes to do a little more, level it up in the second round, and we're hoping to see that from Strait now. There's the flag from Yonko, and here comes Abby Strait from Canada. Look to be powerful. She has the height and flying down the hill. That is a classic second round jump from Abby Strait. Just cleaning a few things up and totally delivering. 129.5 for the Canadian. Nice telemark. Coaches are pleased with that. Let's see. Oh, into second place. But you can see smiles from the Canadians. 1 point back from your current leader, Nozomi Maruyama. Next up is Nozomi's teammate. Here comes Yuka Sato. Nice jump for Yuka, carrying the speed over the green line. And that is someone who wants to be up on that podium as well. 4th place in today's qualification round this morning. And you can see she is happy and celebrating that accomplishment there. 132 meters, longest jump we've seen in today's final round. Great work for Yuka Sato. Scores are coming in, and it's going to be tight. There it is, top spot for Yuka Sato, just ahead of her teammate Nozomi Maruyama. Okay, now we're getting closer. Here comes Agnes Reich. Powerful, a lot of height, carrying it down the hill. Oh, great jump for Agnes. She's been just off the podium a few times this year, but look at the level she's showing us now. A jump of 131 meters. Fantastic effort from the German athlete. Really strong here. And a nice telemark landing for Agnes. Huge celebration for her coach, Heinz Kutin. And she will be definitely happy with that. First place for now, 247.5 points. A big 7.6 point on second place. But here's another athlete who will have something to say about that. Next up from Japan, sixth after the first round, Sarah Takanashi. Ooh, Sarah flying a little too low to the ground there. Agnes showed us an incredible jump, and that was a bit shorter for Takanashi, 121 meters.
121 Meter sind zu kurz, um ganz vorne hier mitzureden. 121 meters.
We're going to have to wait and see how that pans out. Of course, Sarah first to congratulate her teammates and be congratulated by them. Falling back into sixth place though. Shows how tight it is up there at the top. German in first right now. Next to come, also a German. Here comes Katharina Schmidt. Katharina Schmidt with the height, carrying it down the hill, and a telemark. The Germans are totally firing on all cylinders here in this final round. Oh man, you can see the relief and happiness in her eyes. 134.5 meters. Long ride in this second round. Wow. Just a beautiful jump from Althaus. Katharina Schmidt is what I meant to say. I think we're guaranteed Germany 1-2, but who will be the number one? Scores coming in. And there it is. 0.4, that is where the telemark really counts. So, Schmidt first, Reich second, and one more German to come. Here comes Selina Freitag, fourth place after the first round, hunting for the podium. Another huge jump for the German. Oh no, oh, that is really disappointing. Selina Freitag with a massive 138 meter jump. The medics are coming out to check if everything's all right. You can see disappointment from Heinz Kutin. She's moving, her knees are bending. Of course, knee injury is very prevalent in this sport. Obviously, a big disappointment there. Freitag, we've seen her performing so well time and time again, getting comfortable with flying really to the bottom of the hill. Let's watch the replay, see if we can notice anything. Tried to go for that telemark. As far as the joints are concerned, hopefully that's just disappointment for her. And really, really great to see her walking off. And it's like moments like that where you wish maybe they had gone from one gate lower so she could have flown it out a little better. Freitag into sixth place. And there you see the reaction from the jury. Down to gate 24. 3 to come now. All right, there you can see the to beat distance, 111.5. This is where we're starting to see the big gap in points from the first round. Strong tailwind. All right, the light is green. So this is where we start to see who is going to end up on today's podium. In third after the first round, Austria's Lisa Eder. Lisa with the height, but not flying down anywhere close to what we just saw from the likes of Selina Freitag with a 138. That was a jump of 115 meters. Remember, she's going to be given a few points there for the one gate speed reduction, wind compensation plus 13.9. So right now it's a question, will it be Katharina Schmidt on the podium or not? Oh. And that is 6th place for Lisa Eder. Congratulations to Katharina Schmidt. 2 to come. Here we go. First up, this is Nika Preutz, world record holder. Oh, and she's soaring out of the stadium. Nika Preutz telling us that first round bobble was not going to happen again. 136 meters from gate 24. She definitely had something to prove on that jump.
136 meters. Nika Preutz.
And remember, Preutz trying to make as many points good towards that World Cup overall. Holy. Just wait till you see these points. Okay, 284.1 points. 36.2 points ahead of second place. So, like I said, now we're going for anything close to that green line equals podium. This is an athlete. She was the best in the first round. She is now the one to beat. First round jump. Really good. Nika Preutz just showed us one of the best jumps we've seen from her this season, and it came at the right time. She had the bonus plus 10.8 points for challenging wind conditions, plus 5.1 points for gate compensation, and that helped to build out this incredible lead from Preutz. Okay, here we go. So that's a red light. Anna Odinestrom back off the bar. Now the weight paid off last time. Seeing challenging crosswind, this is not helpful at all. So the weight I think will be good for Anna Odinestrom. Anna strong on the takeoff, so a little tailwind doesn't make the biggest difference for her because she creates that speed and the power herself. But let's see what happens here. Obviously still the one to beat, Nika Preutz. Alright, the light is green. Here comes the leader after the first round, Anna Odinestrom from Norway. Flying down the hill close to that K point. And will it be enough to keep her on the podium? We are going to have to wait and see. 125 meters for the Norwegian athlete. Remember, Preutz had a huge lead over second place. So Anna Odinestrom still has a chance for the podium. Plus 14.9 points for the wind compensation. And there it is, second place for Strom. There you have your podium. First place, Nika Preutz. Second place, Anna Odinestrom. And back on the podium from Germany, Katharina Schmidt. There's today's champion, Nika Preutz, with that fantastic second round, 136 meters. So thrilling final round. Selina Freitag, of course, showed us that huge 138 meters. The longest jump in the final round, putting her unfortunately in 9th place. But a great competition here in Engelberg, wrapping out the last competition before Christmas. Josie Johnson, strong 22nd place. Annika Belshaw, 25th. And there you have your top 30. So as usual, we're going to have a quick award ceremony here at the Outrun, and have a little break and the official prize giving ceremony. school kids are amped, even if they missed their countrywoman out here in the second round. Jumpy, the mascot, cheering probably especially loud for this jump here from Slovenia's Nika Preuc. Great atmosphere here in Engelberg, Switzerland. This has been the second World Cup competition for the women, the last one before Christmas, and hopefully they have a chance to get some last-minute Christmas items in town before probably either going home or sticking around for the men's ski jumping competition. And big cheers for the first podium of the season. Katharina Schmidt from Germany, third place. And second place from Norway, Anna Odina Ström.
And the winner today, representing Slovenia, die Siegerin aus Slowenien, erste Nika Preuc.
Big cheers for today's champion, Slovenian Nika Preuc. Now what a thrilling final round that was. You can see Katharina Schmidt so happy to be back on the podium, and we're happy to have her there. Of course, a big step for Nika Preuc to kind of continue to chomp away at that lead of Nozomi Maruyama. I'm looking now at the World Cup overall standings. Nozomi Maruyama still with the gold bib, of course, but Nika Preuc closing the gap, only 94 points back from the lead. Third in the overall, Anna Odina Ström. Fourth place, Abby Straight. Fifth place, Lida Ader. Sixth place, Heidi Dürert-Trasserud. Nations Cup, don't have to say anything there. Still led by Team Japan. So we're going to have the podium ceremony after the equipment control. That'll be pending, and hope you stick around for the ceremony. Again, what a thrilling competition here. Let's hear from the winner.
Second one, right?
Yeah, that's true. I was in a mood of my jump, so the first one just wasn't really good, and I did pretty bad landing. And then I was really happy that I did a very good second jump with nice landing.
How difficult was it today with the wind?
For me, I don't know. It was because I'm a really impatient ski jumper, and if I don't feel so much headwind or anything, I start to be too much aggressive, and this is when I really need to stay focused so I don't lose the meters.
Thank you very much, Nika, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
It's always great to hear from the leaders, from the athletes themselves. There you could hear she was thrilled with that second round and managed to stay calm with the challenging tailwind. Today's third place finisher celebrating like it's a gold, and that means a lot for Team Germany and Katharina Schmidt. There on your screen now, of course, today's champion and the hill record holder. Hill record will stand at 140 for another year. Got close to it yesterday with a 139.5, and today's 136 in the final. Take a look at the World Cup standings. Like I said, we've seen a lot of movement around there. It's important every competition to continue to deliver strong results. Josephine Panier adding some points to her name this year, and here you can see everybody who scored World Cup points this year. Donna Vos and Donna Harlamby unfortunately disqualified today, despite qualifying for the final round, walking away with no points here on the second day of competition in Engelberg. Nozomi Maruyama, of course, a very strong second round jump. 131.5 meters. Let her climb 8 spots from the first round. Another highlight for me, Aneshka Indrachkova, 8 spots up from 22nd to 14th place. So again, stick around and prepare for the official prize giving ceremony here at the bottom of the hill in Engelberg, Switzerland. Organizers here making sure it's a fun time for everyone. They had a big party last night in the tent at the bottom of the hill, and as this is a very popular ski destination but not that snowy at the moment, I'm sure they were able to attract some visitors for that. Now let's take a look again at this jump, this incredible jump from Selina Freitag. We saw her walk off from the hill, so hopefully everything is okay. And really too bad to see her not able to benefit from that fantastic jump. Freitag ending up in 9th place. You can see her binding, releasing. Thumbs up is a good sign, and she'll have a few days to recover, and unfortunately, wasn't able to enjoy the potential podium of, or what could have been after a jump like that. The whole German team, of course, will be taking the excitement over into the 2 nights tour. For the future, of course, we'll be seeing the women in the Four Hills tournament, which will be a really, really big step for the sport this year, or next year, I guess in 2026. We'll be starting, or I guess end of 25, starting in Garmisch, moving on to Oberstdorf with that knockout system that is so fun for the athletes. And yeah, I'm excited for what's to come. We've seen that there are a lot of contenders for the podium. I think that anybody in the top 10 really could find their way up onto the podium. Today, the new name up there was Katharina Schmidt from Germany. Her teammate Agnes Reich, of course, hungry for a podium as well. Yuka Sato showing us very strong performances, and Abby Strait, always welcome up there. Lisa Ada unfortunately moving back a few places after the first round jump, but it's a long season to come, and I'm excited to see what the women continue to show us. This battle between 1-2 Nika Peretz and Nozomi Maruyama has been absolutely thrilling to watch, but knowing that there are people right behind them hungry to get a spot at the top. Cheers from the crowd saying Selina Freitag is okay. That is great news for us. And of course for her
gute
team.
Nachricht wird sein, dass wir hier die Siegerehrung dann auch tatsächlich durchführen können, sobald alle Kontrollen abgeschlossen und das Endergebnis offiziell bestätigt sein wird. Das mag noch die eine oder andere Minute dauern. Danke für eure Geduld.
As the stadium speaker said, thank you for your patience, waiting for us to enjoy the podium ceremony. And here we go, we hear the FIS anthem, so we are moments away from the prize giving ceremony. Thank you for sticking around. It's been an absolute thriller of a competition here in Engelberg.
Viessmann FIS Skisprung Weltcup der Frauen in Engelberg. Wir kommen zur Ehrung der Top-Springerinnen im dritten Rang für Deutschlands Katharina Schmidt.
In third place in today's Ski Jumping World Cup, we have Katharina Schmidt from Germany.
Im zweiten Rang, second for representing Norway, Anna Odine-Ström.
In second place from Norway, Anna Odine-Ström.
Und die heutige Siegerin, today's winner, representing Slovenia, Nika Preutz.
And there you have our champion from today, Slovenia's Nika Preutz.
Die Springerinnen beglückwünschen sich gegenseitig und die Preise werden übergeben an die Siegerin durch den CEO des Internationalen Skiverbands FIS, Dr. Urs Lehmann. Den Preis für den zweiten Rang übergibt der Gebietsverkaufsleiter Gastronomie Brauerei Veltins, Partner FIS Ski Jumping Weltcup, Herr Thorsten Roos. Und die Ehre, den dritten Preis zu übergeben, die fällt dem Verwaltungsratspräsidenten der Engelberg Titlis Tourismus AG zu. Willkommen, Thomas Spieger. Und für die Hymne der Siegerin bleiben wir nicht nur bei der gleichen Nation wie gestern Abend bei den Herren, wir bleiben bei der gleichen Familie. Hymne ab für Slowenien.
A huge congratulations to today's podium. This has been the Viessmann FIS Ski Jumping World Cup in Engelberg, Switzerland. Thank you for joining me. This has been Nina Lucy with you here today, and looking forward to catching you after Christmas, ready for the 2 nights tour starting off in Germany. Again, huge congratulations to the athletes, and see you next time.
Und Zeremonienmeister Sandro Pertile, der kann das auch. Großartig. Macht nicht alle gleich mit, und die Choreografie, die wird sich im Verlauf der Saison noch optimieren. Some very interesting competitions over year-end and early year. What's your provision for the things to come? Do you feel strong enough to be on top? competitions für Nika. Thank you. Also, Nika Breutz fühlt sich stark für die kommenden Wettkämpfe. Sie hat etwas Interessantes gesagt. Sie findet ihre bisherige Saison mit einigen leichten Aufs und Abs für ihre Verhältnisse eine interesting